Alright, today we focus on electron behavior. You'll be doing a lab, and your lab involves that first line right there. It's the flame test for the elements. So for example, you will have a copper solution at your table. Copper will show a blue-green color when you hold a solution in a flame. And the question is, why? Why is copper doing this? The reason is an energy change, which we talked about earlier. There is a change from high to low, so it's an excited to a ground state, and this corresponds to a photon of blue-green light. And a photon is just a word for a tiny packet of energy, and you see that energy as the colored flame. So when the element is placed in the flame, it's excited, right? The copper atoms are excited, and the atoms will release energy from the flame, and you will see it as the blue-green color. Okay, now every element does produce colors in the visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum. We talked about that spectrum earlier. That visible range is right in the middle. Now, there's a unique pattern for every element. And on my next slide, you will see a couple examples of this. So, here we go again. Why are we seeing these colors? Atoms are excited. Okay, it's an excited state. And then they return to a lower or ground state. That is a change in energy. And that change in energy corresponds to photons that are released, but only certain colors are released per element. That's what makes each element different. And then here's just a fun word. This is called quantized. There's actually a whole section of chemistry called quantum mechanics. We will just touch on that. It's coming soon. But what quantized means is that energy levels only have certain values. Okay, there's a number placed on them, and we see their different colored patterns. So we'll talk more about that later. But here we go. Here are the spectrums for the elements that I was talking about. And we're going to use some spectroscopes, and I have some gas emission tubes. There's a demo that I will show you, and you will get to see this for yourself. So just take a look at hydrogen versus helium versus lithium versus oxygen. You can see the colors and the different lines that are showing up for each one. So each element has its own unique pattern.